Alrighty then. I think Yakko had a little bit of a DC problem, but I'm gonna start the introduction for us. I'm EJD your feed, and the person joining me for the co-cast are supposed to be Nick Yakko, but he had a little bit of an internet problem, so we're gonna get right into it with the LRSS volunteer scrim from Cloud9 to versing the front lines. And the bands coming out right now are Shen, Karthus, Aatrox, a fairly new champion that came into the mix, and on the side of the front lines, we're going to have Zac, Kennen, and then we're waiting for their last ban. On the left side, you see Cloud9 with their usual lineup of High, Sneaky Balls, Meteos, and Lemonation. But on the fairly new side, the front lines, we have Hong Kong Popo, Ruff, Sin Ryu, Yaya Puff, and Yellow Beast. So this is going to be a very interesting game to see how well the uh, recent winners of their little qualification from the LRSS, the front lines, take on the LCS people of Cloud9. And then the last ban is going to be Draven for the side of the front lines. So, Nunu, after the recent changes, is going to be picked up by Cloud9 for most likely jungle for Meteos. And with the new changes to the jungle with the 1 minute and 55-second respawns, is going to be interesting to see how well Meteos will counter jungle on that Nunu. While on the side of the front lines, we have, it looks like Nautilus being hovered over, a fairly strong jungler to come into the picture as of lately. He's been doing really good things with the CC he brings, as well as the hook from the lantern, not the lantern, from the anchor, as well as a good tanky frontline that he can be, as well as Rise. We've seen him been a bit of a resurgence lately, as well been going into the top lane and the mid lane. So we'll see where that one ends up going. While looks like Karthus and not Karthus. Well, it looks like Zed and then Caitlyn are going to be picked up immediately by Cloud9, so we're going to have Sneaky on that Caitlyn in the bot lane. Could be Nuna support still, we don't know just yet, but most likely going to be jungle. And then High's infamous Zed is going to be up there in the mid lane, hopefully, with balls hovering over him. And then we're going to have Jenna and Ari picked up for the front line, so Ari going to be going to that mid lane, while Jenna could be going for support in the bot lane. Looks like we're going to be hopefully getting Nick back up in here. Let's see if we can get him in this call. Here, dude. Okay, we're just going to wait. Well, Caston is going to be hovered over by the side of Cloud9 as well. And then we're going to see what happens next. Vigar being hovered over. Oh, no, Vladimir. Okay. Or they're just flipping through a bunch of champions right now. But Caston has been the one that's been sat on the longest, as well as Rumble being picked up. I've seen Balls play Rumble in the top lane quite a lot and do some fairly dirty things with that in 2v1 or 1v1 as well. So we'll see how well that goes. Okay, they're going to lock in Jarvan instantly, so we'll see if Balls takes that one to the top lane. It's been fairly interesting to see him. He could go in the jungle as well. It's a lot of things coming up. And Nasus. Now, from my casting in the MLG, we've seen support Nasus from the side of Cloud9 when they were former Quantic and stuff like that, and they've done some silly things with support Nasus. So this is going to be very interesting to see if Lemonation plays with this one. While on the side of the front lines, they have Tristana picked up last, so that's going to be a very good combination of the shield from Janna going onto Tristana, giving the extra AD as well, and they could provide a fairly safe disengage lane if the side of Cloud9 wants to engage with that Wither or anything like that from ganks. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well they play these ones out. As well as it does look like it's going to be a support Nunu, and then jungle Nasus. Okay, so they're not gonna use the new Nunu with the buffs that he got in the jungle, and it's going to be very, very interesting game to see. While I try to get somebody else up in here to cast with me. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like Nunu Jungle would actually be a complete devastating thing for an LCS team to do to a newer roster of people. But looks like someone dodged out of the game, so we're going to be waiting for this one to get back into the lobby. And I don't know if that was a placeholder or anything. I'm unfortunately not in the game lobby right now, but it's gonna be fairly fun if that's a Nasus jungle and then a Nunu support Lemonation doing that one. And there's also the potential for the Nunu to invade in the jungle as well from the frontline side, if he wants to go in with the consumability first and try to steal away the buff from the opposing jungler, which would be pretty mean to do. It could be support Nuno as well, but if he does go consume, could be very interesting to see him try to steal away a buff. As it does look like I have someone to drag into the call with me right now, and it's a little bit of a co-cast. Sorry for the little technical difficulties. It looks like Yakko had a little bit of a DC, but we're perfectly fine right now as we wait for everybody else to get everything settled. And hello.
Hey there, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. We're gonna get back into this game right now.
Alright, cool. Looks like we might have had a quick remake here due to ordering our placeholder.
No, that's perfect.
So I thought I'd talk a little bit about the teams while we're waiting here. So Cloud9 is our favorite pro, from the LCS, but the front lines is actually a well-known team when it comes to the LRSS. They've been around multiple seasons, didn't really take Season 1 by storm, but Season 2 just completely came in and played very strategically. They really avoided the top teams until the tournament came, and that way nobody saw them coming. When it hit the tournament, I mean, it was a knockout. They just knocked teams out over and over and over and over. And they've just played so incredibly well. So it's definitely going to be an exciting opportunity for them to play these guys. I know they're not pro level, but who doesn't want to scrim the pros? Come on now.
That's a perfect opportunity, and seeing as Cloud9 coming into the picture, manning up and trying to show these teams who's boss, we'll see if they can shut down a little bit of the front lines up and coming. As you said, they took a very dominating presence in your series. So if Cloud9 can show them that they are not where they're at right now, maybe they'll work a little bit harder and keep on trying to win your tournaments.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll definitely hope to see them around in Season 3 of the LRSS. And I guess while we're waiting on the delay here, I'll just kind of explain what it is. The LoL Rising Stars Series is a tournament or a qualifier for amateur teams. We have 2 divisions, Bronze, Silver, and then Gold, Plat. And between these 2 divisions, you get to compete on teams against other teams during the months. And at the end of the season, the top 8 teams get to play in a tournament. And this time, the prizes were really, really awesome. You get Triumphant Rise, you get a whopping $20 in RP, but most of all, you got to scrim a pro. So we'll hope to do that in the future if we can keep tracking down pros for scrimming. Hopefully they cooperate and let us do that. That would be awesome. But if not, it's still a great ton of fun. And if you're interested, definitely sign up on the site. It's http://LRSS.co. And
should I just link that in the chat?
Yeah, I'll link that. But it's a ton of fun, and if you just sign up, we're going to start the next season here, coming in around in about a week.
Okay, sounds good. But now that we're in the spectator delay right now, we've got about 2 more minutes till we load into this one. We're going to have High taking Jarvan in the mid. Ball's going to be taking Zed up top. We're going to have a Nasus jungle as well as a Nunu Caitlyn bot lane, very reminiscent of Season 2. Going to be putting that Blood Boil on the Caitlyn as well as having her sit in the back and just lay into people as much as possible for the side of Cloud9. But on the side of the front lines, they have a very interesting team that can engage. We're going to have a top lane Ryze, a mid lane Ahri. Going to be fairly aggressive coming out from them, see how well they can face against these melee AD bruisers. And then we're going to have Tristana Janna in the bot lane to go up against Nunu Kate. We'll see how well that fares. And then we're going to have a jungle Nautilus going up against Nasus. So 2 fairly common junglers coming out here, but we're going to see how well both of them play, as their gank utility is really good on each side. They have Wither for the side of Nasus, and then they have the auto attack lockdown from Nautilus as well as the anchor pull. So pretty interesting team comps coming up.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm a little bit surprised here. I actually know that Yaya Puff is very strong on Janna, so I'm surprised that they didn't end up doing a swap there. I don't know if that was intended, but it looks like Yaya might be playing mid for us this game. Aside from that, they have a very strong bottom lane. I happen to know that in the LRSS, we had a skill cap limit, but we allow you to go above that limit after you sign up. And I think Sinrio is one that's expanded up into gold or maybe even plat.
Oh.
So hopefully, this lineup is pretty strong.
All right, we'll see how well they can play it against the LCS superstars who are currently 5-0 right now, so they got a lot of hype behind them. But we'll see how well the front lines can do. As you said, they are trying to do stuff up and coming, becoming better players, and scrimming up against the pros. So it looks like 10 seconds for the delay remaining, and we'll be right into this game.
definitely. Yeah, so we have a couple of ways to get involved with the LRSS. You can sign up as a team, you can sign up as a player, you can sign up as a caster, you can sign up as a streamer. The list just goes on, and if you get bored, you can check out our subreddit, our forums, or most of all, if you want to join us in League of Legends, you want to join that LRSS chat room. We are quite friendly in there, so please don't come in and spam us, but it'll be quite a bit of fun if you are able to stop by.
Cool. Sounds good. But we're finally into that loading screen. We see the borders for everybody. The skins coming out as well. Hi. Not rocking a skin as well as Lemonation. Just same with the normal ones. Everybody else on the side of front lines is missing a skin for Rise and Nautilus. So 3v3 in the skins war. But we noticed that Lemonation taking heal and then that Janna taking ignite. So no exhaust in this game. So Wither is going to take a big effect for the side of Cloud9 as there is no cleanse on the side of the front lines. So he's going to be a bit of a factor towards that mid to late game stage where Nasus can start to excel. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting matchups to see if they get the amount of armor they need to counteract this Jarvan and Zed.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised because it's scary to not take an exhaust against an Nasus, to be honest. I know that they're probably going for that laning phase edge with the ignite, but I'm a little bit scared for them when it comes to late game.
Oh, it's going to be very scary with that Nautilus ultimate, just not Nautilus, the Nasus ultimate being a huge factor in that, being giant and then throwing out Withers even at a further distance. It's going to be really fun. And also, this is one of the first games we're going to see on the new patch with the non-blue side advantage now that Golem spawn at 155. So that's going to be very interesting. And if we look at the items coming out from the side of Cloud9, they have double red potion, triple health pot starts. So that's going to be very interesting to see how well those play out, as they could try to go for some early ganks with their ignite, not early ganks, they're early first bloods in lanes. Well, we do have Cloud9 going up to that top lane Tribush, going around towards the red right now, as I assume they might try to abuse the new consume to try to get that red buff early, and we do have Janna getting caught out right now, possibly as they do go in.
We see Jarvan going to go on to this Janna, a lot of damage going down, but she is able to flash out to safety.
Ooh.
That was a dangerous one.
That was really close actually, but a good flash from Hong Kong Popo as he does get out of that one. And now in that bot lane, they do have a bit of kill potential for Caitlyn and Nunu if they do get an Ice Blast onto her, as well as some Piltover Peacemaker and Auto Attack Harass could be very deadly, as they still don't have that exhaust in the bot lane, but it doesn't look like Cloud9's done yet.
No, and they might catch Ahri out, but she gets just a little bit of a charm and kind of love taps Nasus there.
Yep, throwing out the charm to stop him completely. And Cloud9 did a really interesting thing as they warded all over that jungle. If you look on the minimap, there are 4 wards covering everything right now. 1 on blue buff, 1 on wraiths, 1 on the entrance towards the blue buff, and then 1 on red. So they're doing a good job of covering that map, and everything's going to start out fairly standard for now, as they're going to get blue buff to Nautilus and then head to their respective lanes.
Wow, yeah, what a shutdown. With that ward coverage, they're just in complete control of the front lines area. I don't know if they were scoping out and worried about the jungler, but I'd say that might be the case.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. But look at Cloud9 right now. They might actually try to go for a steal on this. Oh, he got it with Consume! Oh, he's going to get jumped on.
Tristana jumps in onto Nunu, and a lot of damage is going down, and the flash comes out from Nautilus, and he is just walking away, but he might not be able to make it out. The snowball is thrown, and oh my gosh, the heal! The flash comes down from Tristana, and they're just chasing too far. I cannot believe it. He made it out alive.
What a man. Oh my god. Lemonade's just going for it. But he's actually not done yet. They're jumping on him. He's going to get a consume onto the small golem. He's going to try to run away. He's healing up. And this Ice Blast stopping Tristana. She's still going, but they can't get him. Oh man. Lemonation living through that one.
Oh my gosh. They've got to be crazy about that one.
That is so sick. That's what I talked about in the picks. Like, Nunu can go for that consume steal. And, it looks like they're actually going in on Tristana.
Oh, wow, and we have the tornado go off, but Jarvan is still just laying on the damage, and Hai is going to back off just a little bit, just a little friendly pat.
Yep, and if you look at the lanes right now, they actually put a 2v1 in mid, but they're going on to Tristana and bot.
And the ignite goes off, and she's forced to barrier, but there's still a lot of damage going on to Hai, so he's going to back off with the usual trading back and forth.
Yep, and that 2v1 in the mid lane is going to push fairly hard as Caitlyn goes into Ahri, but then there goes Hai going out of Janna once again. Oh, and he takes it down for first blood in the 2v1 lane.
Holy cow. Yeah, definitely. Maybe stay just a little too long there.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate, but they are going in onto Nautilus right now as well. Meteos shoving him out of the jungle, and they're going to look to push onto this mid turret fairly aggressively while Balls is fighting Rise in that top lane. Just a little bit of poke going down. And yeah, so a good start for Cloud9 getting that first blood on high as that Jarvan in bot lane with the red pot centered.
Yeah, and we already have a lot of damage coming down onto the mid lane turret. That's potentially why they sent their 2B lane mid, but at top we have Rise taking a lot of damage, and Meteos is dropped dangerously low, but is actually able to make it alive out of that fight.
Yeah, good job from the side of Cloud9 to just dive in, taking advantage of that, as Rise is fairly weak for the early game, and they will try to snowball off of that one, as Cloud9 is looking to pressure on towards this mid-tier 1 turret, but Ahri is going to throw out that Q and wave clear as much as possible to keep them at bay. But Nunu and Caitlyn can push really hard, especially a blue buff Nunu. He's going to be able to consume a lot faster through all those ice blasts, as well as keep the blood boil up on Caitlyn, and she can just throw out the Piltover Peacemakers like crazy and just keep shoving down this mid lane.
Yeah, definitely. So we're not going to see a lot more action here on the side of front. They're just kind of contending with it, trying to say, hey, let's try and remediate this situation as best as possible because they're about to take down our middle turret.
Yep, and it looks like in just a few more hits, it will go down, as they are just looking to push onto this one. The Ahri is getting fairly low as well, sitting at about below half HP, so that's going to be something we got to watch out for, just in case they'd like to make a play on that one. But as in the bot lane, High is pressuring down there, farming up fairly healthily. He's going to be looking real good, going 31 CS to that 13 on Tristana while there was engaging mid.
Yeah, we see Nautilus go onto Caitlyn and just put down some damage, but Caitlyn knows she can stick around, so really doesn't care. Nini gets a slow off onto Nautilus, and I don't think this is going to be a kill, but it's definitely a lot of damage, and it's going to force the front lines to back off just a little bit.
Yep, and they do secure that turret as well for the side of Cloud9, so good advantages for them. They are looking at about a 3k gold lead on their side, so they're looking really good, while Meteos is being very sneaky and sitting up in that bush up top right now. He might go in right there with the Wither.
Yeah, the Wither goes down, and Zed is able to close that gap, and actually Meteos picks up the kill onto Rise fairly easily.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage coming out, and Rise getting completely destroyed in that lane. Only with his Tear of the Goddess, unfortunately, so he doesn't really have much of the resistance to stop all that 80 damage coming out, as well as the Fairy Fire from Meteos on that Nasus. So we might see the second turret of the game go down for Cloud9. As well as some harass going down onto Nautilus. Elimination denying him of the jungle completely, not letting him farm his race, while High does a little bit of poke in the bot lane himself. Janna shield going out onto Tristana, the jump as well. Looks like Tristana might try to fight this.
And we have a lot of damage going down onto Tristana. The shield comes off, but High is dropped dangerously low, and the minions are just doing too much. Very well played on Sunrio's part, finally taking out that boss mob at bottom. Meanwhile, top, we have Nautilus taking a lot of damage, forced to flash out, but we have another flash from Balls, and he's able to pick up the kill. Holy cow, that is just amazing.
Yeah, and right before that, they actually took down Rise once again up in that top lane. So Cloud9 showing that they're no chumps. They're just making quick work of what they can, as well as snowballing as much as possible. Balls is about 3-0 right now. He's looking really strong. If you look at the gold, he's got quite a bit in his inventory. He's got 14, almost 1,500 right now, so he might go back, pick up the makings of that Blade the Rune King to just be even more devastating.
Sure, and we actually have in the top lane, Ahri gets a charm off onto Balls. He may have stayed just a little bit too long as Nautilus misses the hook and the ignite goes off, but it is not enough to finish them off. Bottom, we have an action-packed game as Sinro is forced a barrier against High. He picks up the kill, but again, he's dropped so low. I just don't know. Janna is able to flash and pick up that kill without a problem.
Yeah, nice kill for Janna, but unfortunately she lost her AD carry in that trade. But
yeah.
It did allow Tristana to get enough gold for that BF sword, so she's going to be looking pretty good with that one.
And meanwhile, if we can get any downtime here, I was subbing in for Tasty Nubbins, our caster, so he's going to jump in here and hopefully finish you guys out with some really awesome casting, so you guys have fun.
Alright, sounds good. Well, we have Nautilus going in onto Sneaky right now, gets the auto attack route off, as well as Ahri following up with a nice charm, then a flash from Rise, as well as the Runic Prism, but Sneaky trades 1-for-1 in that one, getting a nice kill on the jungler for himself. But Ahri picking up the kill onto Sneaky. And are you here, Yako? Hello?
Hi, hang on, Okay then.
Alright. A little bit of harass coming out from Meteos, gonna go on to Tristana just a little bit, and as they push up the lane, so good job coming out from the side of front lines to deny him from going in any further. And are you ready to go?
I think so. Apologies, everybody. I did just have a power hit, and that crashed everything I have, so... But enough excuses. I am actually here now, ready to go.
Sounds good.
So, we are here, and looks like pretty... Not too far out of reach for front lines, as far as I can gather from what I'm seeing at the moment.
Yep, and Miguel's actually is getting initiated on top.
He is very one giant fellow indeed, as the snare is on room prison. Cinder's jumping in, Deathmark is on rear up, he's gonna go down. 2Z, Balls picks up one onto Rise. Now Balls is trying to take on 3 as Lemon Nation is in the area. He's going to dash out of there. Sneaky's on the run as well, going in afterwards with that BF sword. So he's got some damage, and my apologies. Ace in the hole is on Hong Kong, but it's gonna be dodged by Yellow Beast. Very nice. Apologies, I ran out of breath there. So. it's because it's, I don't know, man. This like whole power hit thing that just took me out. I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
It's all good, dude, but it looks like Ari actually fighting for the blue buff on her side, while High and Lemonation are going to go in onto Yaya Puff. There is the Absolute Zero coming out with the Cataclysm. Nice little damage burst coming out there, while Yaya Puff turns around, does get High, flashes away. Lemonation out of mana right now. Gonna look to chase after the Charm coming out from Ari, trying to get away from that one, while Balls is getting poked up top, and they will not be able to get anything else out of that one. Good play from Yaya Puff. While mid lane.
All around, Sneaky's got the Ignite on as well, trying to take out Sinru, but it looks like Hong Kong is going to pick it up and save the day with the shield, so Sinru will make it out alive, and they'll be able to save this turret, now only 8-6, with a 5k gold lead, 3 towers to 1 in favor of Team Cloud9, but never fear, games turn around fairly easily, as all of you know, from the LCS with that 71-minute CLG dig game, but that's an entire different story. Oh, man.
Yep. And now we have Yellow Beast on the Nautilus, going to be going for his blue buff right now, while Meteos looks to Solo Dragon. They do know that he is doing it, they saw him go down there, and they might look to try to 3-man him while Meteos has that ultimate up, the slow coming out from Janna, the knockup from the Tornado as well. Might force him to flash over the wall, they do, and a good job from the side of the front lines, as they will drop a ward over the side to try to stop them from counteracting this Dragon that they're looking to get, and it gets knocked away.
Gets knocked away, a nice pickup on the Dragon, but they're going to get engaged as High gets the knockup. Very nice Monsoon by Hong Kong, trying to get him out. Flash comes out from Sinru, not going to be able to anchor away. Meteos coming, good charm by Yaya Puff. Nice true damage coming back. Triss going to have to jump over the wall, or flash, because it's on cooldown, so... no casualties, unfortunately, but... looks like the Dragon did go, but speaking of casualties, Deathmark is on rear up as well as an ace in the hole. Good comboing by Cloud9, and Balls will pick that one up with the damage coming back, and it looks like C9's going to take this turret.
Yep, and that secures the first turret of the game for them, as they might look to go onto Ari right now. She is going to just get away from that one with the W, as Balls going back in with a Shadow, just going to poke away at her just a little bit. Well, they might try to pressure this tier 3 inhibitor turret, so Meteos dropping that with her on a Tristana, slowing her down just a little bit, as well as the attack speed, while Ari is poking from the side, but Balls going to go in on her.
Balls going in hot on Yaya Puff, is going to dash out with the second and third, and going to make it out indeed. Very, very nice on that end. So it looks like she'll go back as well as good guy Meteos, and they will just make their way back, as they do kind of have a 4-1 turret lead with 6k on the gold nearly and 9-6 in kills. Looks like from what I'm seeing, as Re-Ruff's getting engaged on, nice room prison. Sinru's coming back down. Yellow Beast gets the anchor and the shields are coming off. Balls might be a little bit caught here, but High's in the area to get the triple knockup. Great Cataclysm. High picks up one. He's chasing the others as Honk is coming. Looks like the knockups are out. Chris did jump out, and High's in a little bit of trouble with explosive. Tried to flash for it, but Sinru picking up a double kill, and now this one's close enough for front lines that they might be able to make a comeback as the mid turret gets pushed.
Yeah, look at Lemonation. He's looking at the tower right now, gets charmed, but cannot throw out the does not throw out the ice blast. Actually, doesn't want to get the tower aggro right now, taunting at Yaya Puff, and the RA is going to keep poking and prodding away. Sneaky does have that blood boil as well, poking at that tower. They're looking to pressure that one pretty hard, and yeah, on that bot play right there, High interrupted the jump from Tristana, so she couldn't get in that fight. But, oh man, that was such a nice play. For Frontlines, they actually ended up picking the 2 kills, and Tristana lived, which was really good from them.
So looks like Nautilus has those ganking boots, so he's going to be moving a lot faster. I love seeing Nautilus coast across the map with boots mobility. He just moves so entirely fast, but That's completely off topic. I don't even know where that came from.
It's all
I've just
good.
been hiding in the back of my mind. I've been trying to get that out to somebody for some reason. I've wanted to say it forever. But looks like Meteos gonna take the blue as good guy Lemon gonna tried the scumbag steal it with consume, but did not get it.
Lemon's
So,
such a little troll.
troll guy Lemon. So indeed, wards that Baron going, but unfortunately, it is not up at the moment. Should be up soon.
1 minute. So
1
close
minute.
to the 15-minute mark, so you could see a play on that one fairly soon, as Cloud9 is pressuring that bot lane.
Oh
fairly
my god,
heavily.
I thought this was on later. Okay, I'm terrible. I thought this was like 20 some odd. GG.
Yeah? Oh, well. Alright, looks like Cloud9's gonna actually dive in the bot lane. There is the mark as well as the Cataclysm. A little bit of overkill right there, and they do just destroy that Tristana, so Cloud9's gonna look to push in on this mid lane and take that inhibitor turn, and possibly an inhibitor, as Ryze is trying to poke the Wither coming out. Meteos going in, looking to probably get a kill here.
Going in hot with Ignite, sitting on Meteos as it's a 3-on-3 here. Sneaky destroyed another turret. Yellow Beast is very, very low. It'll go down. Lemon Nation picking that one up with the Ice Blast. Good guy, fun time, scumbag support, taking kills from his AD carry. High trying to tank it out with the Yaya Puff as they're going to take this inhibitor. Very, pretty quick, fairly uncontested. Yaya doesn't get the charm, unfortunately, hits on a minion. Sneaky, very, very overextended as Rune Prison lands. Not quite able to get the true damage off on Ari's end. But Sneaky will survive to fight another day.
Yep, and they're going to rotate down onto this bot lane to probably get their second inhibitor of the game, while Meteos eats a lot of poke from that Tristana and Ryze combination. Sneaky clearing the way with the built over Peacemaker as well as the Shuriken, as High looks to go in right now.
High's going in, all the damage being put out. Knockup's going to go on to Meteos, going to get 2 knocked off. The damage being put out. Looks like High's going to pick up the kill with that nice shank. Coming out all around, very nice. Nice Monsoon's going to keep 4 balls in there, but he's still going to get the kill on Yaya Puff. Going to knock up Hawk, trying to get out of there. As Senior gets the, oh my goodness, very nice ace in the hole. So double kill for balls as now Yellow Beast is on the run. Well, now he's not going to go on the run because he's just going to kind of farm it out. So, oh my goodness, the comboing from good guys on C9. They very much so know how to work with that teamwork, and they have very good synergy, as you can all tell.
Yeah, and that ace in the hole didn't even get a chance to connect onto Tristana because Balls ended up just shredding her down and taking her down instantly. So, good job from Cloud9. They secure a base turret as well as an inhibitor for themselves, so they're going to have the super minions pressuring down that mid lane as well as all that gold they have to spend. They are pretty rich right now as they look to come back with, let's see, Blade of the Rune King as well as a Brutalizer on Balls. We're going to have Static Ship, BF Sword on that Caitlyn. Another Blade of the Rune King on High with a Brutalizer, so they're shredding through that armor with the combination of Zed and Jarvan. And then Nasus building tanking, going to go for that Bulwark as well as that Spirit of the Ancient Golem, so he's going to be the front line for his team. And then Lemon Nation with that Sightstone, Boots of the City, the cooldown reduction, going to help him out on that team with that Kindle Gem. And the Mana Regeneration Aura coming out from him as well. And the side of the front line, there's that armor being built up on Ryze as well as the Bloodthirster finish on Tristana. Could have gone for Infinity's Edge, but she is a little behind right now, so I guess she can stack as much damage as possible. Then Ari getting that Tome as well, so she's going to be going for maybe a Athene's and Holy Grail soon. Well, there's a flash from Lemon Nation into the base, and there goes Balls!
Death Mark going, and it looks like the damage coming back should be not enough as Absolute Zero comes out. Tristana picks up the shutdown onto good guy Balls. Ace the hole is on, gonna pick up the kill onto Cinder, so that's a 1-for-1 trade as far as it is. Yellow Beast is on the run, nice Peacemaker by Sneaky, gonna pick that one up as this will be a third inhibitor. And High just doing some good damage. And by third, I mean second inhibitor. That one's naked, but they should be able to pick that up. Oh my goodness. So much action going on. Reruff picks up the kill on High as Sneaky and Reruff are trading just a wee bit. So this inhibitor will go down as well. And
yeah, that was pretty worth for High, I guess. He just dove into that tower, Cataclysm Ignite. It's just dropped down the standard as well as poked her away for the kill. Taken down by the base. But it looks like they're going to look to pressure down these Nexus turrets for the side of Cloud9, so they're going to look to try to end this game fairly quickly as triple inhibit is going to be achieved fairly soon. Sneaky does have that blood boil. There's the Nautilus ultimate going down onto him.
Looks like poor Sneaky's going to get taken out fairly fast. Levin's going to just try to get out as they did kind of overstay their welcome just a wee bit. And now Meteos Lemon on the run, waiting on the hook by Yellow Beast. That's pretty much their point of engage. Oh my goodness, looks like they're waiting at the bush. Meteos going hot damage on his backline, gonna get Monsoon the heck out of there by Honk Honk. Very nice, and that might have been the distraction for Lemon to get away, as Flash is on cooldown as Cinder jumps in there and jumps straight on. Heal is popped by Lemon, and it was a good try, Medios. It was a good try as they're all going in now. Ball's jumping in, trying to get onto Cinder as High picks it up with a shank, and Yellow Beast will go down as well. Double kill for High. Reruff going in hot as well onto all three of them. Death Mark goes on to Reruff. Triple kill for High. Unfortunately, the damage coming back for Balls was not enough to get that. So High gets a triple, and now he's sitting at 8 and 6. Well, now Cloud9 wasting their flashes for funsies. 19 minutes in, good to go. All three inhibs are down. 14 the front lines as those Nexus turrets are taking just a wee bit of a pounding by those minions.
Yep, and this is most likely going to be game as they do look to try to finish off Yaya Puff, but he's going to be able to ult back into the fountain. And looks like it's going to be game 1 for Cloud9 as High does go down.
Oh, poor High.
Yep, and those Nexus turrets are falling fairly quickly with the double super minions coming out from every lane. And they're going to fall down fairly fast, and this is going to be game 1 for Cloud9 against the front lines. So,
GG, Cinder tanking a little bit. Looks like the scumbagginess just showing as the Nexus will go down in game 1 of Cloud9 versus the front lines. No casualties at the moment as they were just kind of duking it out there. Good game on both ends. Great play by the front nines, or oh my goodness, the front nine? Front nine. We're playing golf, everybody. The front lines being able to keep up just a wee bit with Cloud9, 23-15, not 11 towers to 1, 39 to... Yeah, it was a pretty good game all around, so hopefully we'll see something better in game 2.
Yep, hopefully. And we're going to wait for them to get into the next lobby, hopefully fairly soon, and we'll see what happens from there. Because the bans are pretty interesting. That new blue buff steal was pretty mean to do to that Nautilus, but it worked out fairly well for Lemon Nation, and he had that blue buff as well as an early level 2 to run away. So that was some Benny Hill-esque kind of play, but good job to Lemon Nation for stealing that one. And yeah, so first game going to Cloud9, going to be fairly interesting to see what they do for the second game.
Very interesting, as I think if I'm correct. I think we're pause phase at the moment.
I
don't know. Are we in a pause phase or what's happening here?
I guess we're just waiting for them to get into a lobby. I would have no idea.
Okay, so
looks like maybe get some music going for everybody. That looks like they're actually just going to go into it immediately. Huh?
Okay, so we're here, and well, I haven't had a power hit yet, so hopefully this time things will go a little bit smoother. Apologies again.
'Tis all good. You can't stop the imminent doom of electrical surges, so it's all good. As we look to get into this next game.
Alrighty then, so as we are waiting on just a couple more people to get into this lobby as we are in this waiting period, I guess it would be time, of course, to talk about the thing bringing you all this madness of fun time, the League of Legends Rising Stars series, which located at LRSS.co, that is .co, basically the League Rising Stars series where we take silver and bronze players, put them on teams, they play together, and compete at the end of the season in a basically like top 8 teams tournament, I guess. And these are the first and second place winners as they are at this point playing against Cloud9 and soon to be Velocity, but that's later on in the evening, so stick around, of course. These are the tournament winners, the front lines, as well as My Little Pony, who you'll be seeing later. How to sign up. Basically, you have teams of 5, obviously, because it's League of Legends. And you go to LRSS.co, hit the Make a Team button, get your guys, talk to Lady Lexi, the queen and or captain of everything. Talk to it all, you're all good. And let's see here. Getting a message. Getting another message. Okay. So, I'm getting messages.
It's always a good thing.
I don't have any messages. I have friends.
Oh, God. Oh, man. But yeah, that was a pretty pretty dominant show of power from the side of Cloud9, showing that they are no slouches and they will take down anybody if they need to.
Yes.
Yeah, even though there was little funny plays, but yeah, they knew that they were going to win that game, so they just went all out on that one.
I'm ecstatic. I got, what was I going to say here? Fixed my thing. I fixed my thing. Wait. None of you know what my thing is, but now my mic is not broken anymore, so that's always a good sign as we're getting into Champion Select. Thank goodness. Eliminate my terrible banter, I guess.
All right, so it looks like we're finally into that Champ Select. We're going to have Cloud9 on the purple side this time, as well as the front lines on the red or blue side, depending on colorblind mode. I have no idea. Looks like Heimerdinger is going to get banned out. Katarina as well being banned out for the side of Cloud9. I'm not too sure if they're trolling around a little bit, but the front lines looks like they are banning out Evelyn next. So we've seen her do some fun things in the jungle. Luck's going to be banned out for the side of Cloud9. Then Pantheon. Maybe these are some troll bans. Maybe they remade the lobby or something. I have no idea what's going on with these, but yeah, not much care going into these bans right now.
All right, well, definitely not a lot of, yeah, of course, because not a lot of solo QS bans other than the Heckram coming out. That one's been a lot more popular ban-wise in the recent future, as well as Lux, actually, because of a lot of recent showings with how awesome Froggen can be in the EU LCS. That one's kind of taken a very nice stroll to the bandwagon. It's the bandwagon.
Oh my god, that joke.
Ooh.
Okay, we're good. But yeah, we see Vayne being picked up first for the side of the front line. So Sinru, let's see if he has some sick Vayne mechanics to show us, as well as some awesome late game play that could be possible with that one. But then Cloud9, in response, picked up Akali and Zed. So we might see Balls play that Zed on the top lane, or High take it to mid. And that Akali could go top, or that Akali could go mid as well. So we'll see what they do with that one, unless Meteos wants to take Zed in the jungle. And then we see Nuno get picked up for the side of the front lines. We saw Elimination steal away blue buff with that Consume Flash. So we'll see if the front lines has a plan like that for themselves, or if they're just going to throw it in the bot lane for support, or just throw it in the regular normal jungle. And then Reruff is going to pick up that Elise for himself. So maybe going to go top with that one, maybe going to go jungle. We'll see where they pick that one for the side of the front lines.
Seeing a lot, and from what I've seen of all of the front lines, they are definitely hitting home with this one. Sinru, his most played champion is Vayne. He's very, very good at Vayne with his mechanics, with everything about it. Reruff, one of the best solo top Elises I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, better than Chris? That's a bold statement.
Oh, he's better than me, so I'll just say that.
Okay. Well,
everyone's better than me and my silver 3-ness. Anyway. But they definitely seem to be at home as the Kennen is picked up. Kind of wondering about that one, because High's a very, very good Kennen, seeing him play a lot of that. So, one of his actually top champions. Meteos looks like Humph.
All right.
I'm lost here.
The chat has actually been saying Kennen and Shen for a while, and Cloud9 actually just obliged them and picked up that whole ninja composition right now. So we'll see if they keep up the costume gag for themselves and pick up a fifth ninja, as the side of the front lines is hovering over Tima right now. And I don't think they're going to pick it. I'm not too sure about what the front lines likes to play. So we'll see.
That is so cool. That is the coolest thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
What, Cloud9 picking up all ninjas?
An entire team of ninjas. The question is, what are they going to go with now?
I'm not too sure. But they could actually go for like a support ninja, maybe, possibly. You know, just throw in another one for the giggles and have Kennen go AD, so could be interesting for them. But the side of the front lines have a more standard composition right now. They're hovering over that Lulu and Jarvan. So we'll see what they do with that one. As Jarvan does get locked in, they're most likely going to lock in Lulu, and that's going to tell us that Nunu is going to be in the jungle.
All right, so this is all right. Looks like they're going to possibly pick the Rammus. As long as the Ninja Rammus skin is going to be rocked, I'm 100% okay with it.
Oh man, that's gonna be great if he does it. And Meteos? Oh man, I've commentated on so many games for Meteos when he's played Jungle Rammus, and it's just a thing of beauty. It's so much fun to watch him play it. But they trolled us and locked in Mundo.
Unbelievable.
So sorry guys in chat, but it's gonna be Mundo. You all just got denied.
it happens, I would suppose. So,
And seeing as C9 HyperX is Lemonation, he's the king troll of Cloud9, so he just trolled everybody. You can all go blame him for that one.
GG, well played there. So you're seeing the compositions, you're seeing everything applied, everything here, everything on every single side of it. Which composition do you feel has the best opportunity to win this game, Mr. EGAD?
Let's see. The new Vein composition for the late game could go with that Blood Boil and be very strong, but the assassination side from the ninja team that is Cloud9 seems a little bit stronger. They have that Shen Global on the ultimate for the shield. They have the Slicing Maelstrom coming out from Kennen to stun up as many targets as possible, as well as doing a ton of AP damage. Then they have that Zed, you're going to be able to get that Death Mark as well as Shadow, and then Shurikens do so much damage for that one. Akali going to be going that AP route and just dash onto everybody, catch anybody off guard, especially a poor innocent little Vayne who's squishy as it is. She will be able to get downed, and yeah, I like Cloud9's team a lot, and it looks like it's going to be support Mundo, so oh man, that's going to be so interesting to see what Lemon does with that.
I am as eager as you are, my friend. He's running the exhaust. This is gonna be a nice lane. Looks like it's gonna be a bottom lane of Kennen and Mundo. So AD carry Kennen with a Mundo. What do you? Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say about it.
Okay, I got this. It's gonna be Kennen maxing W for the Shuriken on every 4th hit, so they're gonna try to spam that out as well as throwing Shurikens with the stuns. He's gonna have that lightning rush to get away from anything threatening to him, as well as they're gonna have cleavers and AoE damage coming out from Mundo. So they have a lot of escape potential, but Mundo could get caught out potentially from Lulu Vayne, a Condemn into a Glare Lance or like a Help Pix or something like that. Could reveal him and take him down just a little bit. We'll see what he builds in terms of items. And yeah, the side of the front lines has a really standard team, which is pretty good. They're testing out that new jungle as well. So I want to say front lines has a better team, but the side of the ninjas, that is Cloud9, just is going to be able to take down people a lot faster.
Or the ninjas and
Ninjas and Mundo.
Ninjas and good guy Dr. Mundo.
But yeah, so we're finally loading into this game, so it's going to be very interesting to see how all these teams play this out.
I can't wait. This should be a good one, as this will be game 2 of Team Frontlines, the winners of the League Rising Stars series of last season, being season 2, against the guys from the LCS that you know so well, Cloud9. Just sit in your chair and give them a round of applause. I mean, just like sit there and start clapping.
I can only imagine somebody just sitting at the computer. Yeah, they're doing a golf clap. But yeah, let's talk about the lane matchups, actually, while we're at it. So we're going to have Jarvan going up against Shen in that top lane. Oh, no, actually, it's going to be Elise versus Shen in the top lane. Excuse me. We're going to have Akali going up against Jarvan in that mid lane. Then we're going to have Zed jungle going up against a Nunu jungle. So that's going to be interesting to see. I want to see how well their clear times go, as well as their gank efficiency. And then we're going to have Vayne Lulu, a fairly kind of weak lane normally, but against Mundo and Kennen, I think they can succeed, but we'll see how well they play that one. But yeah, we got 15 seconds left on this delay timer, so guys, just sit there tight. Hello.
Oh, well, I don't know why my mic muted itself, but
all right,
that's always okay.
Sounds good. But yeah, we're going to be loading into this game right now, so hope you guys can enjoy.
Loading into the game indeed, getting ready for the loading screen. Look at my awesome background as we're going there. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, front lines will be on the blue side with Cloud9 on the red side. Just get that golf clap thing rocking in your seats. And we're ready to go, I believe. Yes, I believe.
Yep, so it's going to be very interesting.
I would hope so. All right, let's see.
But yeah, all right, so everybody getting to the final stages of the loading And I'm interested to see if Yellow Beast Alet Nunu is going to take the extra ward for himself from the utility tree as well as buy a ward, because the machete only costs about 300 and you can start with 525 gold if he is in the utility tree to try to get the extra movement speed as well as cooldown reduction for himself. But nope, he didn't, and everything I said is just completely null, so we'll see if he just buys a ward with that machete and potions to try to counteract the jungle from the side of Cloud9. And yeah, if you guys look at the item buys right now, it just went Oracle's First Akali for high. So, gonna be a very fun start, as well as a Ruby Crystal for Lemon Nation's Dr. Mundo support. I'm not too sure how well that bot lane's gonna play out, but it's gonna be fun to watch, as well as a red pot on that Shen in top lane, and then Sneaky Caster going the AD Cannon with a Doran's Blade. While on the side of the front lines, they have Doran's Blade on Vayne, standard start for Nunu, as well as Fairy Charms for both support and top lane, Elise and Lulu. So very standard coming out from the front lines, as well as a Jarvan with a Rejuvenation Bead and lots of wards, a pink ward, a green ward, as well as a full item build. So he's gonna have lots to stay for that lane, while the Condemn...
Condemn lands on the high, the Shroud will go. He's just kind of chilling there, still has the Oracles. What a Troll Master, my friends. He's gonna flash.
Oh.
Might be able to make it.
Looks like BDS just suicides to the tower. But yeah, that was pretty interesting coming out from Cloud9, but I'm not too sure how to talk about this one, because BDS just downed the turret.
These guys, man. These guys. So,
they're still going.
To go back in or something. Pink ward was put down. Very nice placement of that one by Yaya Puff. No. Good guy, Lemon. Just kind of going over there.
They want to kill that ward, but Syndra's just denying Sneaky as well as putting out all the poke that they can. They know they can't do anything because Rero started with that Neurotoxin ability, and they can't like Cocoon or anything like that one. But look at Dr. Mundo right now. He's going around the side of the blue buff, gonna try to steal away from Nunu possibly. He's in that bush. Oh man, what is he doing? He's auto attack harassing
This Lemon, can he get it?
What is he
coming
doing?
for him?
There goes the Glitter Lance. Rerun is coming out as well. He's going to throw the Neurotoxin, get some auto attacks. Force the flash out high. Actually getting ignited right now. Can they follow it up?
We'll see. They're chasing on after him. Honk Honk is trying to get the Demacian standard out there. Actually, he didn't start with that. He's only got the strength. So, oh my. So Ignite sitting on Lemon with the pots burning. He's going to go back high, making a lap around. He'll make it out as well with another Shroud pop.
I don't know. And on, man.
Oh my goodness. Meteo's kind of chilling in the mid lane with his Brosif.
Doesn't look too good, but you know, Lulu with Jarvan in the mid lane going up against Akali's head. So gonna be fairly interesting 2v2 lane if ZDS does stay there. While a little bit of harass coming out and Ignite as well onto rebuff. The red pot was popped for balls. Gonna just harass rebuff out of there. While High is clearing the map of wars with that Oracles he started in the early game. So worth, I guess, while Yellow Beast does heal and right at the last of Earth. Balls.
Looks definitely worth as High is coming up top. Clean lane in middle as Lemon did come back by. So looks like High is gonna come. Just kind of chill up top. They're definitely having fun with this one. So eager to see what they kind of do here, whether they push the turn or just kind of.
I think they're gonna like die for a kill. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some fun with this because they are showing lots of sign of fun for this one. They're not taking it too seriously, but they will try to win. So Cloud9 just having a blast.
Looks like the dive's probably gonna come on bot as good guy Meteos is coming down to assist.
Oh god.
The briefcases land, barriers pop with Ignite. Sinner's gonna probably go down. Nice dash in with those very nice ninja stars of fun time.
Oh.
Reruff in the top lane going ham with Yellow Beast. Consume coming out. They're going hard on Balt here. Might be able to make it out with that shield up. Who knows? Does he have Cocoon? I believe is the question. Nice Ice Blast. And Reruff picks up another one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
anyway, Sneaky coming in with those shurikens. No stun up at the moment on those stacks. Is a nice flash coming. One more attack.
Oh, he's gonna die! Oh! It was a turret! No!
Execute. GG. Sinews coming. Try and clean things up, maybe? We'll see. Looks like they're gonna take one. No, they make it out in time. GG. So, I don't know what to say anymore.
It's all good. They're having fun right now on the side of Cloud9. They're just giving us a little bit of a show, as well as just giving the front lines a bit of a fun game from that. And a lot of harass coming out from this Mundo Cannon lane. They are just throwing the file as well as the shuriken from Cannon. So they might attempt to dive this one again, because they did end up picking up that kill on Vayne. And the gold lead is about 600 in the favor of Cloud9, which I don't think it really matters that much, while Yeah Puff is fighting high in the mid lane. Oh! Okay, they're taking it.
No. Alright, so nice try at recalling, but the Ignite's gonna cancel that one out. Good guy high. Just kind of letting things happen. Just laying back and taking it like a man.
This reminds me of a good old game of solo queue, but this is fun.
GG. So it's like bot lane's going to go back, sitting on just about 1,200 gold on a Sneaky. So probably gonna buy. Yeah, see what he buys there.
All right, but everything's just for funds right now. So we'll see if anything picks up fairly soon, as the gold lead did just diminish a little bit. Balls is farming up there in that top lane fairly well. Gonna go on a re-rough right now. Just apply a little bit of poke. The Cocoon did not connect. Balls actually might chase this one all the way through.
This looks like a, I mean, he got the good taunt. Shuriken's coming out, but not gonna follow it too much. As Cannon picks up double Dorans with Amp Tome boot.
Yep.
That's what I was waiting on. I wanted to see what he bought. We're good.
Alright, everything's all good right now, as it looks like Hong Kong Popo is heading down to bot lane to help out his AD carry Vayne push that lane, hopefully. As Dora the Explorer, formerly known as Lemon Nation, is going to harass him with that briefcase. Does get dodged by the tumble. A little bit of poke coming out from Canada. Condemn into the wall. They might go on this.
The Argo, Exhaust is sitting on Cinderace. He's going to tumble in, trying to tank him on to good guy Lemon, but he's going to pick up one flash out of Hong Kong, and now Sneaky's on the run with those double Dorans poking him out. Nice briefcase. Going to try to get the knockback. As Yellow Beast is here, he's going to pick it up with that little ball of awesomeness. And Yellow Beast just kind of cleaning it up a little bit, I guess. So 4-4 now. Meteos kind of running back around. Might go for Yeah Puff here soon. Looks like High kind of jungling a little bit.
Yep.
That Hunter's machete.
There's really not much to commentate on this game by the pure fact that everything is seriously just ridiculousness right now. So a lot of little plays coming out as well, some fun. Meteos, the jungler, is supposed to be in the jungle, just taking that mid lane for High, as High switched up the position and goes to the jungle for himself. It's clearing out raids currently. Balls is going to keep pushing on that re-rough in top lane. And yeah, there was a ping out to that ward, a pink ward coming out from Puff to take that one down. And Meteos is just roaming around right now. He's going to run into Yeah Puff.
This is going to be it. Deathmark goes. Nice wild growth with Stand United coming on. He's going to go in with a flash, and they get the taunt off. And this looks like it'll be a kill. Good guy, Meteos, picking it up on Yeah Puff. She will go down now. It is 5-4 in favor of Cloud9. But Dragon was a very nice sacrifice. And Yeah Puff goes down, but that one will go to team front lines. As the nice Absolute Zero coming out with the AoE from Sneaky, but he looks like he's just go down to a nice condemn out with a third stack on those silver from Sinu.
Yeah, good job from Sinu to take that one down. And yeah, so a little bit of life from the front lines in this very funny game, as Riff is trying to hold off this top lane push from Balls. And yeah, Spirit of the Spectral Wraith picked up by Nunu for that jungle, so gonna give him a little CDR as well as some regen. And life, Spell Vamp, excuse me, from that one. And Meteos getting that Spirit of the Elazar, while Yeah Puff just help picks his C9 High back to the base for that death.
He tanked the shot, but good job coming in there from Yeah picking that one up. Now it's only a 300 gold lead, and it's actually in favor of front lines. 6-5 now, with still no turrets gone by. As guy Lemon's taking a little bit in the bottom lane to get that health regen from his sadism.
Oh god, they're going in.
Oh, Sneaky did flash, but he was not able to get a stun, as Hong Kong's gonna get the heck out of there. So nothing comes but a flash is wasted from Sneaky. So
yep, they take that one down, and Meteos is actually motioning to going towards gank in that top lane for Balls, so he might try to dive from turret for that one. We'll have to see if that goes anywhere soon, while Yellow Beast does pick up that red buff for himself. And the Spiderling is gonna spot out Meteos. Meteos is just gonna go into the lane right now, show that he is not scared, proxy that wave like a Singe, and just like to get the aggression down, as High eating a little bit of poke from Yeah Puff, and they're looking to go in on top right now.
Balls trying to find entry point for his stun, as they're just gonna kind of let the tower go on by. Yeah Puff taking out High as he kind of dropped some... I don't even know anymore.
All right.
Deathmark comes onto Reruff as Meteos and Balls go. Flash Talk coming out, and Balls will pick up the kill onto Reruff. Good try, Reruff. He put forth some good images in the bot. Sinru actually going at it as well. Yellow Beast ganked him up, and they get a double kill, taking out Lemon and Sneaky. So,
Yep. So nice kills for the front line, but unfortunately the top laner died in that exchange. But they went 2 for 1 overall across the map, so they're leading the kill lead 9-6 right now, and they do have about a 500 gold lead. So good job from the front line, as they are trying to take advantage of this fun play coming out from Cloud9. But they do lose the top turret, which is the first turret of the game, going to Cloud9.
looks like Sinru trying to put some damage onto the bottom tier 1, but the minions won't be able to hold out, so it won't go to below half HP. As a ping goes out by the dragon. Now Reruff's heading back to the top lane. Sinru and Hong Kong just kind of chill bot, still kind of chilling, just farming it out. Looking at CS's, not too far between Sneaky and Sinru. Is Lemon Nation gonna get condemned away? Don't want him coming in there, all speedy with that Mundo-ness.
Yep. And after a very serious first game, it looks like Cloud9 is looking to relax this second game, so they're having fun with it. So we can respect that, and it's very fun for them. As well as the front line getting a bit of a challenge from this one. So now the bot lane is going to be pressured by Sneaky and by Dora, which is Lemon Nation, so he's just going to throw out that briefcase. Doesn't hit, going to run away, going to make a feint call for the business, as Sinri are trying to poke on the Sneaky, but cannot get too much from that one, and it looks like we might have Lulu coming down as well to help out that bot lane. And they did bang on the ward, so they know it's warded there. They're going to probably clear that one out, and then Lulu's going to come back down.
Looks like the gold lead has swayed back in favor of Cloud9 as well. Now up 300 gold, as they were down 300 just about 1.5 minutes ago, so... Nice job exchanging it up there. Going to keep things in their favor for the time being, as Yellow Beast and Yaya Puff are in the bottom lane. Hyper going to try to go in there. Lemon Nation gets knocked up from that one. Absolute Zero as well. Looks like they'll take him out with those silver bolts. And Meteos just kind of high, kind of chill. Everyone's just kind of chilling. I like this.
Yep. And a nice 4-man gank to take down Mundo right there, so they do get the kill for their Veins. Gonna help her out just a little bit in the gold count. So good job from the front lines to try to even up the gold lead, even though they're still down by 200. Well, Meteos does go down in the bot lane.
Deathmark is on Hong Kong. He might go back out. Oh, the Shuriken from Sneaky, able to pick that one up. High tanking tower shots. He's going to go down as well. He's now 0-5. He's just kind of having the best time of his life. His Balls and Reruff going at it together in the top lane. They're both very tanky, so nothing's going to come out of that one, though, unfortunately.
Oh, he does have the spider lane. Oh, it looks like Feint actually is max for Shen, so he's got all the extra HP he can need in the world from that one to soak up as much damage as possible. And yeah, High just feeding the Soul Stealer stacks that are currently on Yaya Puff with that Magi's in his inventory. So how many stacks does he have right now currently? Let's find out. Looks like he has 3, so he's getting up there. He's getting close to 20. One day he'll have it, but for now, not yet. As Yellow Beast does get dove.
Yeah, nah, half HP. Ignite sitting on Reruff's Balls, and him are going to exchange it in the top of lane. Shield comes out. He's gonna repel straight in there as things are happening all around. Looks like Sneaky's gonna get condemned into a wall as well. Hong Kong cataclysm his face, and he will go down to Sin as Reruff and Balls still very low on both ends. Kind of interested to see what's going to happen. They kind of switched positions as the Spiderling not able to do it with that shield. Oh my gosh, baited so hard. I was thinking, oh, is he going to go? Is he going to go?
Nope. Help Pick's going to shield him away from that one. Dora decides to not explore any further past that tower. Excuse me, I'm trying to ride with Dora for some reason. But he will be able to get out of that one, save his Magi stacks for himself while Yellow Beast goes to hold off this lane.
I think question is, I'm just kind of keep switching over to top lane to see if something's happening.
They're all just sitting there at about 200 HP.
Trying to recall as best he can under that turret, but it looks like Noon is trying not to let him, as the turret will go down. That is the 3rd straight recall canceled. And come on, High, you can make it. Not able to make it. The turret goes down bottom lane, but Absolute Zero will go Deathmark as well. High goes down, and now Yellow Beast and Yaya Puff trying to fight it against Lemon and Meteos. Meteos very low, gonna just have to dash out of there with those shadows. Trying to get the damage coming back. Nice cleaver by Lemon, and he's trying to come exhaust, sitting on it, tanking too many minions.
Oh!
Picks up Yaya, but Flash in this vein is going in hot with no Flash at the moment because you used it already, but that's neither here nor there. Ward is dropped on the other end. Looks like Levin's trying to make it out. Hong Kong is here to get the save, and we'll see both Flashes come and stand united as well. Not able to get the save, though, as that third silver bolt stack is just kind of too strong.
Yep, that can tap into the wall as well as the damage from the silver bolt. Gonna take down that Dr. Doramundo. Gonna be good for Serenity to get that kill while Reruff goes in onto Balls. Cannot get that Cocoon to connect as well as Balls is spiraling. Not gonna do too much there, hitting the minions, and Reruff is just gonna sit there and farm the lane while Balls goes back. And Hai has been farming the jungle for quite a while. He's got a Spirit of the Other Lizard.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely making progress. He's got his first big item out of the way, so gonna keep moving on forward. As overall, he's sitting on 3,000.
Wow. So it's gonna be interesting to see how much they spent on that one. And yeah, now it's just gonna be a matter of when team bites occur. If that ever happens, unless they're gonna keep pressuring this top lane while Reruff actually getting initiated on by Hai.
Reruff getting initiated on indeed, but I definitely don't think Hai has the damage at this point, as he's kind of 0-6, so I don't think his damage is enough. He's gonna flash ult in there with those stacks up, but Reruff able to kind of two-shot him with the help of that turret. So Hai is gonna go down again, unfortunately, but we'll see a rebound.
Look at the Baron!
But Yellow Beast in Hong Kong trying to duo Baron at this point, so we'll see how this one goes. It can be done, my friends. It can be done. So with that consumed spite, looks like it's at half HP. This one should be very, very awesome. They did possibly step over, but I don't know, man. As C9 gonna take the Dragon Exchange, All's getting initiated on, but they are definitely letting this one go. Wild Growth sitting onto Reruff, gets the knockup on Balls, and they're going. Ignite sitting on him, not able to get out of there. Baron did go down.
Oh my god.
So Frontline's got the Baron. Now Meteos getting engaged on very, very hard. Yaya Puff picking up that one.
Wow. Alright, so they have a Baron now for their side as well as being 10 kills ahead. 0-7 Hai, who's just trolling around feeding kills to the turret as well as the Magi Soul Stealer from that Lulu. And the Cocoon barely not connecting for Reruff onto Dr. Doramundo, as he is going to try to hold that tower for himself. But doesn't look like he's going to be able to throw as many files or briefcases as he would like to, and it looks like the front lines are going to be able to pick up this turret.
Looks like they're going to try to back out as well, or possibly stay around. Sneaky just AFK pushing the button, able to pick up another turret, take that second tier inner turret. So that's always a nice one.
You know what was really interesting about that? When Meteos actually came into that fight, he used his shadow to dash in, but the condemn was already mid-air when his shadow connected. When his shadow actually dashed in, that he got condemned into the wall. Well, yeah, I'm getting initiated on.
Looks like they're all kind of chilling out. There's the AoE coming. Absolute Zero will go. Zonya's popped by Sneak. Now Cataclysm goes out as well. Looks like he's going to go down. Reruff takes out Hai, who kind of went down pretty fast. But good fight. Good fight for front lines as they're now up 20-8 with a 1k gold lead for themselves. Only 3 turrets to 4, so they're definitely there.
Yep, and there's 9 stacks on the Medjais for the Lulu right now, so she's looking fairly strong. Those Glitter Lances are hitting pretty hard as well as her having a needlessly large rod, so we'll see if she builds a Zonius from that one, if she does have a qualifying right in her inventory. Maybe that's just for a little bit of resistance, but we'll see if she goes for Death Gap or Zonius Hourglass fairly soon. As Meteos did just finish getting that blue buff for himself, and now the mid inhibitor is looking to be threatened as they're pushing onto the turret.
Looks like they will back out as the Cocoon did land onto Dora. Dora, fun time. Yaya Puff getting engaged on. Deathmark goes from Meteos as the Wild Growth comes out as well, knocking him up. So much damage. Damage coming back did a lot, and he's just going to be able to pick that one up fairly easy. Good fights all around, but he will heal up just a wee bit to up 3 force health as Sinewy's coming in to try and clean up the mess, tank it a little bit much, and Meteos might go in on this one as well.
Jeez. Sinri is going to take him fairly low. Meteos is trying to juke around in that bush. I guess Sinri is waiting for the little bit of help he can get from Jarvan. There goes the Condemn back as well as the Shed ultimate. He's going to get there in time. Nope, it looks like legendary Sinri.
Oh man. So unfortunately, that's the second straight Stay United that hasn't quite made its way there.
Uh-oh, they're flanking. They're flanking. Uh-oh, the front line needs to start running.
Hong Kong gonna try to get out of there with the knockup going. Sneaky's coming with those shurikens. Gonna get a stun, and they would be able to pick this one up. Yes, they will. Sneaky will take that one. So Hong Kong's gonna go down, and Sneaky will improve to 3-5 with about a 50 CS lead. Is that a 50 CS lead? Yes, that, just about. Just about. I'm terrible at math.
It's okay, you're right. It's good. It's 150. Yep, and
Alrighty.
looks like Yordo might be the next target for this one. High getting blown away. Gets hit by the third proc of Silver Bolt as well as the Condemn with a crit. So, just getting destroyed there. He's 0 and 9 right now. Still worth barely any gold. Oh, man.
GG. So, Yellow Beast coming down, gonna step on Pink Ward, gonna try to go for Sneaky. He's going to flash, and it looks like Lemon is in the vicinity with those cleavers, and by cleavers, I mean briefcases, my friends. For those slows, just keeps him coming. Flash coming from Sinru, condemning to the wall on Sneaky. Might be able to make it out. No, he will not. So the third Silver Bolt shot proc. Wait, shot proc? GG.
The Silver Bolt proc, but Medius actually might be the next target for this one.
Deathmark coming into Yellow Beast, gonna try to go. Flashes out of the absolute zero. Might go back in as Lemon's here, so they're gonna ward over wall, another ward over the wall, both ends. Looks like Yaya Puff and Yellow Beast going to recall. Is Lemon still kind of chilling around, just protecting his territory. I might get caught here just a wee bit. He's in the shroud, but he's tanking a little bit too much. Gonna become polymorph, and looks like Yaya's gonna pick up another one and improve to 7 and 3.
Yep, while Sinryu is poking on to Lemonation right there. One more hit would get the kill, but the briefcase is slowing him down just enough to where he can't pick up that kill, while Balls is actually getting almost dove. I thought that Repel was going to go in on top of him, but he went back onto the minions and might get this top turret.
Looks like Balls will be going back. Reruff should be able to get this one. Sinru and Hong Kong coming up top as well, so they will be able to take this one fairly uncontested, as Sneaky looks like he's heading in that direction. But I don't think he's going to be there in time. No, he will not. So that one will go down. And now it looks like they might continue.
I don't know,
Hong
man.
Kong's waiting to catch somebody out. He's going to not going to get the knockup on Sneaky.
Yep, they won't be able to pick him out, unfortunately, so they will just have to probably back out of this one unless they want to continue the fight. And you know something I want to point out? Even though they're 24 to 10 in kills for the front lines, there's only about a 1.4k gold deficit, so C9's keeping up with that CS, as well as the farm from the 4 turrets they have. So even on turrets, but only about a 1.4k gold difference, so doing a good job in that aspect.
And it looks like Reruff's going to go B, as Cloud9's here to protect the turret, with the exception of High, who's kind of farming in the bottom lane.
Yep.
Yeah,
so the front lines is going to keep on progressing onto this turret and put a little pressure, but Cloud9 is looking to possibly go in. That Lulu's spamming the left, just being a little yordle that she is. As Yellow Beast is sitting that bush, that briefcase did not connect. I thought he was going to try to surprise him with that one, and they might keep on chasing this one. The briefcase not connecting again, exchanging wards in that tri-bush while High is farming in the bot lane. So 4v4 up there right now, as Elise did head back down, so might run into High over there. Yellow Beast is looking to poke and prod. Does force out the lightning rush from Kennen, so he's forced to go back, while the briefcase spam and harass is gonna just poke and prod away while Balls might go in.
Balls gets the flash taunt onto 3. Absolute Zero comes out. It's going to tank a lot. Cataclysm of Sonya's coming out. Now Sinru has the wild growth. He is very, very tanky. Very, very nice shurikens from Zed as he picks up several. Meteos on the back line just keeping it alive. Sneaky picks up one as well as Lemon. So they will win that one very, very decisively, as it is a 3-4-1.
Yeah, really good job from Cloud9 there, just completely counteracting the engage. Not counteracting the engage, starting the engage really well. Balls did a nice taunt flash in, hitting 3 members, getting them all completely off guard, sacrificing himself for the team, for them to get 3-for-1, as you just said. And now they're going to look to push onto this tier 2 top turret, or go get Lulu.
Come on, guys, let's... I think they're just saying to each other, let's chase after those objectives. Meteos very, very low, though, so should probably go B soon, as Reruff's going to counteract this one by pushing out that bottom lane. High looks like he's coming up behind, but I don't know how much damage he's going to be able to put out before possibly getting 100 to 0'd. I don't think he has the damage output.
Nope.
But he's kind of chilling.
He's sitting there enjoying. He's proxying the wave, or just looking to run away. But Balls is pushing mid as well as a huge wave right there, and they might go to Baron for the front lines.
Could go. It is warded, though, unfortunately, for Cloud9, so they will have sight. Or they will put the pink, and they'll be able to take this one out. This will be the fight of the day, folks, my friends.
Imagine if Lemonation steals it with a briefcase. I would probably lose it. But Meteos is over there right now, actually. He might try to Shadow Dash in. There is a ward over there. He could possibly do it. We'll see if he does have the timing for it. He does throw the Shadow over. Shurikens, oh, doesn't get there in time to get the steal, as Consume and Smite were enough to take it. There's Balls ulting onto Kali right now. Dora's eating a lot of damage from that one. There is an absolute zero, not connecting anybody either. Just a little bit slow on Meteos, but it looks like Mundo and everybody else are going to be able to get away. But Frontlines get that Baron in exchange.
We get the Baron indeed. High stays alive due to that Stand United from Balls, able to get Reruff out of there, keep him at bay. So no casualties on that Baron skirmish. That's kind of a not something you see as Cataclysm goes. Reruff picking up the kill onto good guy Dora. And they might chase this one further as they are pinging out that inhibitor, so could be able to pick this one up as the repel goes on to Meteos. He's gonna dash out of there. Cocoon will not land, unfortunately. But they do have necessary needs. Anyway, they do have what it takes to push this one, as they do have Sinru, who's sitting at 11-3, very, very fed. A fed Vayne is never a good thing.
No, it's never a good thing at all. That late game damage is so good. The same about procs as well as crits. She's going to be able to chunk people down. She has that Blade of the Rune King with that Standard Dancer as well as the BF Sword, so she's hitting for a truckload when that third proc does connect. Cocoon connecting as well onto Meteos on that Zed, and they look to get this hurt, and they do. Nothing else gonna come out of that one, possibly, as Yellow Beast is fighting high in the bot lane, taking a little bit of damage from that one. Yellow Beast gonna absolute zero.
Absolute zero doing about half of High's HP. One more attack will pick it up, and Yellow Beast takes out High for the 11th death of his, and Reruff picking up the kill as well onto Dora, who overextended straight into Balls, coming for the counter, picks up the taunt onto Reruff as the flash AoE from Sneaky, gonna get stunned, death mark on Sinru. He'll go out very, very quick as Reruff's trying to take out Balls in the back, and Sneaky picks up that one as well with nice teamwork. Honk Honk gets stunned, and it looks like they're going in on this one as well. Nice dash over the wall. Polymorph coming on the Meteos, and they're trying to get this. Yellow Beast does not have absolute zero. Very nice wild growth, and Sneaky picks up the kill onto Honk Honk, and now the engage continues. Meteos will make it out. It looks like the damage coming back, not going to do too much to Yaya. Zonya's Hourglass proc by Sneaky, and he might be able to make it out. No, the last auto attack going to take it out for Lulu.
Yep, and good job from the front lines. They didn't make that into a 3-for-3. And they had Baron, and they still had an even fight with Cloud9. So Cloud9 showing some promise with this Ninja-esque team with Mundo on the phone with his business associate. But nothing else going to come out from that one. Unfortunately, just a 3-for-3. And yeah, just going to keep poking the lanes. And that mid inhibitor is exposed for the side of Cloud9. So that could be a potential for the front lines to try to take that one. While Yellow Beast does just steal that red buff away, and High just runs right by him, not caring too much.
So gold trades just kind of snipped around there. C9 Sneaky gets the shutdown, sundown. It's a good song, but unfortunately not the proper term for this point. So 500 gold on the shutdown for Sneaky, as well as 450. 432, my bad, for Yaya Puff. So able to get some good items as the Ionian boots plus Zonya's plus Stinger from Yaya Puff, going for that attack speed and CDR.
Interesting. And Yaya Puff just finished up the Zonias, and not just finished up that, but has had that Zonias with that Medjai's, sitting on about, I think, 12 stacks, if I look correct. Nope, she's got about 15 stacks right now. So that Lulu is going to be hitting for a truckload as well. So looking at that 20 stacks to get the extra CDR from it. The extra 15% CDR when you have 20 stacks on that Medjai, so she's looking fairly good from this one. 8-3 with 10 assists on top of that one, but Cloud9, if they grouped, I'm pretty sure they could take a fight, but the front lines are just not staying too grouped right now, so Cloud9 needs to take advantage of that and start split pushing like they are with Balls and Sneaky in the bot lane. And only Sinryu is back, so it's up to him to defend.
Looks like Hogcog's coming out as well. Will Reruff and Yaya Puff both go B. Condemn onto the wall. Flash taunt going from Balls. The Sinyu's trying to tank a little bit with a shield, but the Stand United plus Zonya's from Shen. Very, very nice Sneaky pop the Zonya's, and now they continue to go as well. Reruff picks up the kill onto Sneaky. Repel going on. Balls very, very low. Meteos going to the back line, taking out Sinru very, very quickly. And the fight shall continue as Hong Kong kind of trying to now on the run against Balls and Meteos. Not going to be able to pick those ones up. A High in the top lane. Go down to absolute zero plus Ice Blast. Yellow Beast looking like a fireman there. Fireman? Yeah, he looks like a fireman. Yellow Beast looks like a fireman. I've lost all adjectives of awesome.
Yep, but Medios is trying to run away right now as he does throw out that shadow. Does know that Popo was on the other side, so will eat a snowball. Does throw out that Blade of the Ruin King, trying to get that speed away, and we'll try to slow him off. But I don't think he's gonna be able to get out of this one unless he has Flash. Another Shadow Dash as well coming out, but the Demacian Standard Dragon Lance combo from Jarvan will take him down, and that's an open inhibitor for the side of Cloud9 that could be taken down if they don't do anything to respond to this.
And it looks like they're going to have to back out. Rear might get a little bit caught out as the taunt goes on to him, and he will get taken down fairly quickly to Sneaky. And now Dora's on the run for Yaya Puff. Unfortunately, not going to land the briefcase. Exhaust goes down, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to make this one happen with those speed boosts. Sneaky just going to farm that creep wave, expand his CS lead to 40 at this point, now 7 against an 11-5 Vayne. Vayne trying to carry her heart out, but looks like it's working somewhat, so we'll see what happens. I don't...
Yep.
Okay, gold lead. 5 towers to 4. Still a very, very close game, despite being 33-18 in kills.
Yeah, when most of those kills are from High, who is 0-12 right now, he's worth fairly nothing, but he is still just being a presence in pushing those lanes and dying for, what, I think 15 gold at this point? If anybody does pick up a kill on him, so not much to come out from killing High. Pretty much just Proxy Singe-esque style. So good job from him to just keep it up like that, while having his own use and a Spirit of the Yellow Lizard, so not too sure how much damage he's going to be doing in the team fight if anything happens, but look at Sinryu.
Sinryu taking a little bit too much with Deathmark. Damage coming back. Meteos picks that one up. Europe now getting engaged upon. And Sneaky and Meteos look like they're going to back out as Yellow Beast 5-1. Does some pretty good damage with that needlessly large. AoE from Sneaky does a lot. And it looks like he's going in hot onto Ryuff. It'll pick that one up.
Oh.
Zonia's might be able to get it. Not able to get out of the Absolute Zero with the Zonias. Unfortunately, just a little too late there. And now the Shirelios comes out. They will be chasing onto Meteos as Wild Growth comes out onto Yaya Puff, trying to fight it 1v1 against High. Both tanking minions, but Yaya Puff does enough damage to the point where High is not able to pick that one up.
Yeah, very unfortunate right now. Like, Meteos fighting Yellow Beast, a Snowball as well. Jarvan is coming down. There's the Shen Elf on top of it. I don't know if they can get the Cataclysm. There's a taunt from Shen as well, hitting both of them. Yellow Beast looking to probably go down here, and yes, Meteos will pick that one up for the shutdown goal. And Meteos is going to keep on auto-attacking, going to keep sustaining through that one. Balls will pick up the second kill at 2-0 over there, but they did end up losing Sneaky in the mid lane and High in the top. So overall, globally, 3-2, but more in favor of Cloud9. As they look to get this dragon right now, and they will be able to pick that one up for themselves. The first dragon going to go for them, go for the side of Cloud9. So good job by them to pick that one up off of a nice 2-kill exchange. And we'll see what they end up doing with that one. A giant spell picked up by Meteos. So good job by him to get a little bit more tanky to resist a bit of this damage coming out from the side of the front lines. And yeah, just waiting for the next big old team fight to happen for Cloud9 to try to take over the front lines, as the front lines is very fed right now and could stand a chance against Cloud9.
Looks like Meteos and Sneaky. Well, Sneaky's going to go top, but it looks like Dora and Meteos going to group up in the middle lane. Ty goes to farm up that bottom lane. Despite being 0-13, still only 10 CS down on his counterpart.
Yep, and now a little bit poke coming out from that Dr. Mundo support, and he picked up a Runic Bulwark, so he's really tanky, as well as having the Giant's Belt with that Kindle Gem, so with the CDRs, with a lot of health coming out from him. And potentially we could see the front lines go for another Baron play as going towards the pit, while Reruff is fighting Sneaky in that top lane. Poking with a Neurotoxin going to go in, the Repel. Oh, Baron is the next target for this one, as the camera does motion towards there, while Sneaky is turning on Reruff.
Sneaky turning on Reruff, but it doesn't look like the damage will be enough. His balls is coming up. Zonia's is pop taunt onto Reruff, and he looks like he will go down. Looking at the Baron pit as well now. Baron goes down to Sinryu, and he'll pick that one up, but condemn into the wall. Meteos will go down really quick. Yaya Puff going as well. Absolute Zero not going to channel as he does get out of it. Sinryu flashes over the wall, going now onto Dora. Knockup's not going to land. Third proc doing so much damage, and they're going to keep on this one. Keep on the engage, possibly go for the inhib as Yellow Beast and Yaya Puff going up on Sneaky. He's going to flash out of there. And High's actually pushing himself in the bottom lane.
Yeah, he might actually go inhibitor for inhibitor right there, as Mundo can't really stop much of this Vayne Jarvan combo. High will make himself useful by taking down that inhibitor as well as the turret. But there is a Baron up the front line, so they could try to keep pushing to possibly make a game with a 42 respawn on Sneaky on that Kennen, as well as 20 seconds left for everybody else from Cloud9. So potentially they could go for an ending play while High is getting chased by Yaya Puff. The flash to the wall as Siren is going to eat And Cinderio is going to eat a bunch of turret damage, but Hai's not going to turn on the Yayapunk. Gets blown up instantly right there. Not much Hai can do, but a nice play by him to split push onto that bot lane, getting the inhibitor for inhibitor.
It unfortunately happens. Hai does get inhibitor, as you said, and they do trade 1-for-1 on those Baron going to Team Frontlines. As well as they're kind of chilling there at the Dragon Pit. Not going to do so much. Vayne going back, sitting on just about 1,600 gold.
Uh-oh. Look at Medios. Oh, he draws the shadow out.
Medios, don't you do it. So gonna get dashes onto Hong Kong, and it looks like they might be going for this one.
Yeah, but there's
Sinru kind of. Oh, nope, nothing happened at this point. So things as well, keeping it up.
Hai's worth about 1/3 of the amount of a cannon minion right now, so he's pretty worthless. So him split pushing is the best idea Cloud9 can do right now.
And it is definitely showing as he's got a 7 CS advantage on his counterpart. Unfortunately, kind of down 11 kills, so that's not working out too well for him, as it looks like Cloud9 will group in the middle lane for a very nice push of their own, as Frontlines is grouping in the bottom lane. Gen does not have Stand United up at the moment. They will need to take that into account and wait a moment before they engage. Question is which turret will go down first, I do believe.
Base race. We could potentially have a base race right now. Oh no, 2 members went back from the side of the front lines as Cloud9 is training through this right now. Just completely destroying that turret. Reruff is the only one left. Yayapunk is there as well. Shen ulting in. There goes the Death Mark.
Death Mark going, Zoe uses pop taunts, and Yayapunk getting melted down too quickly. Reruff gonna have to flash out of Dora's damage. Medios takes a turret as well. And they will just continue this one. The base race does continue and will go on. Inhibitor going. Ellaby's taking out one Nexus turret. They're on the run here. Home guard is going. Reruff will go down in there. But meantime as well going on. Sinru's going to take out Medios. And the second Nexus turret's going to fall. Sinru's.
Oh my god, oh my god.
So much being put out. And Medios going to pick up this kill on
They can hold it. Oh.
Hold the base as the Nexus was the only thing remaining. With the inhibitor down, ace for Cloud9, and they might be able to push and win this one.
They will be able to push and win it. That was an ace for Cloud9, and they're going to get these Nexus turrets and take game 2 in this very fun second game that they just had. Wow. Okay. That was not something I saw coming, but a base race for Cloud9 where 2 members were able to kill off 3 from the side of the front lines while Elimination trolling around, going to die to that turret, and they take the Nexus down in 2-0 for Cloud9 versus the front lines, who were the LRSS winners. So a little bit of a show for everybody to see, and good job by the front line, still putting up a little bit of a show for us, taking on Cloud9.
Putting up a fight indeed, but unfortunately that one just kind of ended in the best way possible. Oh my god. Double base race, unfortunately an ace coming for C9 against Frontlines. That was